Hello, welcome to this pick a card and energy healing in one. So we know that when I'm speaking, you are getting a healing from my spirit team direct to you. How's that for service? So you can see here on the screen, there are three amazing cards to choose from this morning. They are from the Love and Light card deck, which is a beautiful deck. I love it. It is really, really yummy. And I actually usually use them with my The Power Is Yours cards, which are these ones as well. So they're the new ones that I bought a few weeks ago, and they just work really well together because this one's all the love and the light. It's like the goddess, and then this one's the badass and the boss, the power, So it really combines the two, which is so important in our life to have, the duality in both energies. But the problem is we're a lot in I'd say, our damaged badass, our damaged masculine, our wounded masculine, instead of being, it's really that, when I think about this, the toxic femininity, it's like I think of, sorry if you like her, but Beyonce or, the Spice Girls, or, it's that real sexualized energy of, I can do this. It's a very masculine way of being instead of being in the goddess. It's like a trickery. It's pretending to be the goddess, pretending to be in your feminine, in your girl power. But it's actually the opposite. You're being in your masculine when you're being like that because you're feeling like you need to prove something, and you're not being in your feminine at all. You're very much being in your masculine. But anyway, that's enough about that. So have a look which one resonates with you. Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3. So we have these amazing love and light cards. And yeah, which one resonates? You can even think of a question, what's the guidance that you need right now? Like, what's the love and light that you need in your life right now? And which one resonates? So let's get into it. Card number 1, if you chose card number 1, sanctuary. Your sanctuary. So as you can read here, your home, whether it's a tent, a car, a boat, a room, or a house, is your sanctuary. Have an honest look at where you live and make time to create a haven that is a blissful palace for you to rest and play and heal. First thing that pops in from spirit for this is to declutter. Time to declutter and simplify your life. Definitely decluttering your mind, decluttering things, stuff, decluttering your purse, decluttering your car, your emails, getting rid of stuff, having a cleanse. How about doing an internal cleanse as well, like a juice cleanse? Cleansing your mind, body, and soul. Start with the decluttering and do the baby steps. And it's not about fixing, it's about letting go and bringing in more pleasure. So, just bringing in more pleasure every day. And you can't do that if you've got all this clutter and all this stuff that's in the way. It reminds me of the law of vacuum, right? If there's no space for stuff to come in, it can't come in. It physically can't. Like if you're holding on tightly to your money or to your life or to people, there's no space for other people to come in. There's no space, right? So you've got to make space in your life, energetically, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Doing a juice cleanse or a water fast would be amazing as well. I've done a 3-day water fast before, but I would, if you're going to do that, I'd suggest that you do it, start after lunch. They do say to do a juice cleanse and ease into it and then juice your way out of it as well. But if you wanted to do a water fast, you can message me or leave a comment. Tyler Tolman is great to follow about this, his website. I think it's tylertolman.com. I would start the water fast the day after, after lunch, or maybe just have, something light for lunch or a juice, and start it then. And then you can finish it after lunch on the next day, not start it at breakfast time, because then you're just going 3 full days without food, rather than, it actually feels like less time when you start after lunch, because it's not, you're having to go a whole day without food. There's really only, 1 day in there that you actually totally not eating. So it's a 72-hour water fast. Your stem cells start to rejuvenate. And there's places that you can go if you're able to leave your country at the moment, not like us in Australia, where you can do a juice fast. I went to Bali, and then, they're very professional over there. Ubud Sari is an amazing place. I love it. Oh, my nose is getting itchy. Always happens when spirit comes in. So yeah, like really creating a haven in your body, creating a haven in your home. So this is really about, a sanctuary for you, and a haven in your mind, really letting go of the thoughts of, I have to do this or I have to do that. What rules have you made up for yourself or been programmed to believe that you can let go of? What rules have you made for yourself? In order to get this, I have to do this. In order to be successful or get more money, I have to do this. Is it true? Most of the time, no. So it really is like an unbecoming, a new way of being, a new way of just letting go of the old way of being, the old rules, the old programming, which isn't your authentic self. Your authentic self is so different. She's so much more free. She's not in her head all the time. We've just been programmed to try and figure things out, try and work things out, strategy in your mind, in your head. You've got to do this, you've got to do that. It's a very, very masculine, strategic, scientific way of being, and it's exhausting, absolutely exhausting. So it's time to start bringing in more pleasure, bringing in more beauty, more goddess time for yourself, more things that light you up, more things that make you feel excited about your life. And it really begins with creating a sanctuary in your body and in your home. And, a blissful palace for you to rest. So this is really about more rest, more time, more meditation, more pleasure, more beauty, and being present, bringing in that gratitude and presence and being present with people. And it's not, like about how much money can I make? It's about who can I really help, and what impact do I really want to make, and how can I make a huge impact on other people's lives. And so let's play, let's heal, let's laugh, let's dance. So it really is not about fixing. It's about bringing in more pleasure, more fun, more laughter, more playfulness, more beauty, and letting go of the clutter, letting go of the crap, letting go of the old thoughts, letting go of, even physically letting go of the poo, the crap, whatever it is, Like I saw for the first time yesterday that I've got a Virgo moon, and I didn't know this, the part in the body is the colon for Virgo. And so I, probably way too much information here, have had problems with that area, and holding on, like that's the control and the holding on. And that makes so much sense, because Virgos can be quite perfectionist, controlling, and this is my emotions. So your moon is your emotions. And, so really holding on tightly in your colon, holding on tightly to your shit. So it's metaphorical as well as physical and emotional. Like, we hold on to our emotions, the Virgos. So if you have a Virgo sun, moon, or ascendant, or Virgo somewhere in your chart, it's interesting, really interesting to look at in the astrology. And my Aries is being in my head. It's the head. Aries rules the head. So that is really very interesting as well. And my Scorpio ascendant is the sexual organs. So, having activated my Kundalini recently, it's really allowed me to set myself free in every way, and really embrace the divine goddess, not the toxic feminine energy, letting that go more and more, because that's what we've been trained to believe. There's a lot of sexual energy and sexual stuff that's attached to the feminine, which is just not, it's like a shameful, toxic sexuality, as opposed to the divine love between one man and, a man and a woman, or whatever it is that, is true for you in your life. That's what's true for me in my life. So yes, went off on a bit of a tangent there, but it really is about, also what I'm getting is the security and the safety, creating safety in your body, creating safety in your home, and bringing in that safety that little inner child desires to feel. Because, we're the only ones that can provide it for her, bringing in that sanctuary, that place of bliss, that safety, that it just feels good to be here. My home definitely is my little sanctuary, and I absolutely love it. And home is in here as well. So I hope that resonated with you this morning or this evening, whenever you're listening to this. I'm recording it in the morning. Yeah, gorgeous card. So next card, we've got card number 2, and it is collective. So I will read it out. Collective, you don't have to do it all on your own. As part of a collective, you're capable of making bigger and bolder waves in the world, as well as forming valuable connections. We are here. Where are you being called to join or create a purposeful group? What soulful connections are you craving? Also, what I'm getting from this is forgiveness. Who do you need to forgive? Where do you need to forgive others in your life? Those soulful connections need to be healed. There might be soul contracts in there. Let's clear any of those. Let's end those soul contracts, whatever soul contracts need to be ended and get to be ended and finished and completed, signed off, deleted forever. Let's do that now, please, Spirit. Just think about anyone that you have resistance towards, anger, resentment towards. This is blocked energy. And we're not talking about you need to condone what they do or what they've done. This is about clearing your energy, isn't it? So where can I let it go? Where can I take the radical responsibility, like the leader of my life, and choose to take the lesson? Choose to take the radical responsibility and the lesson. This is probably one of the hardest things that we have to do in our life, isn't it? Because our little one inside of us likes to hold on to the anger and the resentment, and it doesn't help anyone. It hurts us more than anyone. It doesn't hurt the person, it hurts us. So where can I forgive? And I like to look at it like forgive the soul. Yeah, so we don't have to forgive the human, that actual human that did that. I like to look at it like forgive the soul of the person. Like you probably had a soul contract where they were here to teach you something. And so it's time to learn that lesson. How can I learn that lesson? And also see that person as the little child, the little damaged child that was acting out, that was not conscious, that was not evolved, not emotionally intelligent. So it's almost like you're feeling sorry for them. You're understanding and you're stepping back. You sort of step outside of your body and you see it from a different perspective. And you step away from the suffering, because it's only hurting you to hold on to the suffering and holding on to the suffering, and forgiving yourself as well. And understanding, especially at the moment, there's a huge divide going on in the collective, and you know what I'm talking about, and you can feel it. And, especially if you're in Australia at the moment, I know every country is different, and even in every country, there's different provinces and states that have different rules and different regulations. And so it's really a time to stop judging ourselves, stop judging the darkness, stop judging the evil, stop judging the people that have a different opinion to you. Stop putting them down, and again, seeing them as their little child that's just trying to stay safe, that's just trying to be loved, that's just trying to survive a lot of the time. A lot of people are in survival mode. We're not, because we're awake and more awakened, but it doesn't mean that we're any better. We're just in a different place. It's just different. It's not better, worse, good, bad. It's just different. And this is our journey and that's their journey. And, they might even have a soul contract to say that this is what they're here to learn in this lifetime. And I really feel like that's what this planet is. We're here to learn. We're here to learn, expand, and grow. And our souls made that choice as to what we were here to learn and grow and expand into. And it's our humans' choice whether we do that or not, whether we step into, our full soul agreement. We step into that full yes, I'm here to expand and awaken and grow and evolve and be that woman that I desire to be the leader, be everything that, I can be proud of on my deathbed and say, yes, I'm proud of the way that I lived my life. I'm proud of the way I treated other people. I'm proud of the woman that I am becoming. And I forgive myself when I stuff up. I forgive myself and I lead with love and I lead with compassion. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I can be a bitch. And I forgive myself for that. And then I just keep going, So let me know if this is resonating. And, being in the collective and really helping others. But firstly, as you know, we have to fill our own cup up first. We have to bring in the safety and the security and the love and the self-nourishment for ourselves. And then we can help others. So that's a really important part. Like if you're giving from an empty cup, or you're giving to fix something in yourself, or you're wanting to, resentment comes in. If you're expecting something in return, resentment comes in. Well, I did this for that person. They don't appreciate it. Well, you're not giving unconditionally then, are you? So that's why it's so important to give from a full cup. If you ain't got your cup full, you shouldn't be giving. So it's really important for you to just give to yourself and fill your soul up first, right? Fill yourself up with what you desire to feel and be and have. And yeah, it says your soulful connections. What soulful connections are you craving? So first and foremost, you need to get in connection with yourself and with your soul, because you can't connect to other people until you connect with yourself first. And this is so, so important. And this really is the goddess going within, really feeling the pleasure, the simplicity of life, simplify your life. And, we had to do this in 2020, didn't we? We had to simplify our lives, and it was all about, connecting with with our families again and loved ones, and simplifying things, because life got a bit hectic. It really made us put our priorities back into place and what's important to us. And that's what this is about. And really, when you're with people, giving them your undivided attention, giving them your presence, caring about them, and being interested in them, not being on your phone, not being distracted. And we're all guilty of that. So really being mindful of that, bringing in, that collective consciousness. The collective consciousness, the Christ consciousness, is unconditional love, but it starts with us. And so lifting our frequency, lifting our vibration with that unconditional love, and that, forming the valuable connection with yourself and your spirit and your goddess, and really nourishing yourself, giving yourself the pleasure, giving yourself the beauty, giving yourself all of the wonderment and the gratitude in your life. I just love to go out into nature and like even looking up at the sky, really connecting with animals, like bringing the simplicity back into your life and finding the joy and what lights you up in the simple things. Just being in love with yourself, being in love with your life. And then the soulful connections can then be more nourishing to you rather than draining. Because a lot of the time, if we're already feeling drained and then we've got people wanting to take from us, take, we need to put our boundaries in place. It's really important to say no when you want to say no, and to say yes more to things that are going to light you up, but you're just too scared to. Saying yes to stepping into your soul purpose. You're here for such a divine mission and you've just forgotten, and it's time to be that goddess, to be that badass, to be that boss. And it's time. It's time for you to tap into your intuition more, to tap into that collective consciousness. But firstly, in order to do that, you need to tap into you, because I am, you are, we are. It really is about the collective. But you have that source energy, and you are source energy. So we are all one, we are all connected, we are all energy. But it starts within you. And so it really is a matter of getting out of your mind and get out of the old way, the old paradigm of doing things, the old masculine way. I've got to do more, I've got to figure it out, I've got to work this, I've got to do that. That's a slave mentality. We want to get back more into sitting back and receiving. And yes, it's not all about just sitting back in your goddess and receiving, but we're not doing it at all. So yes, we need to tilt the scales back into the balance of the dance between the masculine and the feminine, the doing and the being. But the problem is we're in our wounded masculine a lot of the time, and we're doing toxic stuff, or we're doing the things that we think we should be doing, instead of listening to our intuition and the enlightened, activated things that we know we can be doing. When we listen to our intuition, when we go within, it's really spirit talking to you, telling you the quickest, easiest path to take. But then our mind steps in and goes, no, that can't be it. That can't be. No, that's not the way. It's not the way. Yes, it is. But our mind talks us out of it, doesn't it? The doubts step in, the fears step in. No, that's counterproductive. I can't just lean back and do that. I can't just have more fun and bring more pleasure. I'm feeling guilty. I should be doing more. No. It's who you're being. Bringing in more magic into your life, more pleasure, more joy, more fun, more serenity, all of it. It feels counterproductive, but it's actually not. And then we can share more. Because a lot of the time, if you're an empath or if you are spiritual, you feel drained by other people because they're taking and they're vampiring your energy, because you don't have much to give to begin with. So fill your cup up, fill your energy up, align with your energy, and everything will just pop into place. It really will. So I hope that resonated with you. And now our final card, I'll pop it up on the screen now. Refresh. Where in the world do you need to open the windows? Oh, that's nice. What part of you is yearning for fresh air? Oh, yeah, I can feel that right now. consciously breathe newness into whatever is feeling tired or outdated. That's so prevalent right now. Intuitively sense what is required in these areas and make space for these parts of you to come back to life, revived and restored. Oh my goodness, I love this card number 3. Refresh. Where in your life do you need to breathe fresh air into things? Where can you bring in the new? And a little bit like card number 1, where can you let go and declutter? So in order to bring in the new, we need to make space. You know, the law of vacuum. You can't bring in the new if there's no space. So you need to let go of the clutter, let go of the energetic clutter, let go of the rules and regulations and stories that you've been telling yourself. This is the way I need to live my life. This is what I need to do. This is blah, 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 blah. All the rules that we've been programmed into from birth. Letting go of those when they're not the truth and living more your authentic self, the authentic you that was born sovereign and free and just knows and listens to her intuition, is magic, is psychic, is all of that wonderful stuff. You know, opening the windows and just allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to be, allowing yourself to play and have fun and laugh and dance. Bringing more of the goddess into your life, bringing more of the pleasure into your life, newness. But first we need to vacuum up the old stuff. So important, isn't it, to make space to bring in the new. If we're feeling really tired or overwhelmed or outdated, you know, it really is because we're in the old paradigm of the way that we thought we should be living and the things that we thought we should be doing. So this is really about renewal. And it's perfect. Well, it's perfect if you're in the Northern Hemisphere because you're about to come into spring. We're about to go into autumn in Australia. So, we're already in autumn, I think. Anyway, you know, this is just so important. Just having that newness, that freshness, that giving yourself the deep breaths. Where are you holding on to your breath or trying to control things in your life? Where are you holding your breath? You know, where are you sensing that or waiting for things to go wrong? Holding your breath. Where are you trying to avoid pain? Where are you trying to avoid being hurt and holding on to things so tightly, or just like bracing yourself? Where can you bring in more safety, more flow, more ease in your life? Making space for the things that you love. What lights you up? What are your desires? What are your deep soul desires? Not from a place of short-term satisfaction and numbing yourself, but a place that your soul yearns to create. You know, bringing in art, bringing in whatever it is that lights you up, cooking, gardening, moving your body, dance. It could be whatever lights you up. You know, when people say to me, I'm not creative or I'm not arty, you are. You're just in your head about it. And it doesn't mean that you have to be even good at it. It's just a creative release. I've started doing some geode art and I just did my first one. I'm not finished it yet. And to me, it looks like crap. It looks shitty compared to what others do. And I feel like I really stuffed it up, but it doesn't matter. I'm actually really enjoying it. And it actually doesn't matter what it looks like. And I can just be messy in my action and messy in the just enjoying it. And it doesn't matter, which is so far removed from the Virgo perfectionism that I used to have. You know, I need to get it right. It needs to be perfect. It needs to be, and that's still there. Like that fear is still there, but I just don't listen to it and I just do it anyway. Yeah. So where can you bring in the newness of who do you want to be? What are some of the qualities and the traits that you want to let go of? Like for me, the perfectionism, the control, the critical voice, the judgmental voice of self and of others, and really bring in that new being the leader of your life, being emotionally intelligent, being someone that you can be proud of, having integrity, being that goddess that just loves pleasure and loves beautiful things, and just allow it. Surrender. Stop trying to chase stuff. Stop trying to fix things. Stop trying to, when I get this, then things will be better. Where in your life can you let go of that and just allow the beauty in? Allow yourself to receive more. Allow yourself to sit back and just receive the beauty, receive the joy of life. Have so much gratitude for everything. Be in that conscious awareness of, I'm just here to enjoy my life, to expand, to grow, to learn, to take the responsibility for everything in my life, and just say, well, where's the lesson? What's the lesson for me with this? And just, stop judging yourself, stop being so hard on yourself, and stop being so controlling with yourself and others, and lightening up like a breath of fresh air, like light. Think of the energy of being mothering, controlling, perfectionism, that heaviness. I've got to do this, I've got to do that. It's so stressful. It's survival mode. It's being a slave, really, isn't it? Like, it's such a heavy energy. And just think of someone that's light and dancing and having fun and laughing and creating. Think of the lightness. Feel the lightness in that energy. Just moving with her desires, following her intuition, and just having more fun, being more playful. It's time to tip the scales in the other direction. We've been way too much in the seriousness of life, the doing, the toxic masculine slave. I've got to work hard. I've got to work hard for my money. And it might feel counterintuitive, but we actually, when we do allow and sit back into I'm in my goddess, I'm able to receive. If you're not able to receive compliments, receive gifts without saying, oh, you shouldn't have. Receive compliments without saying, oh, this old thing, oh no, this is old. Instead of just saying, thank you, that makes me feel really happy. Well, that makes me feel whatever it makes you feel. Or without feeling like you need to give a compliment back. Allowing yourself to receive it all, because you are the goddess who's worthy of it. Letting go of the old stories and the old beliefs of I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. Letting go of playing the violin of that sad song of I'm sitting in my suffering, and taking that radical self-responsibility for your life and saying, well, I'm the only one that's going to change my life. I'm the only one that's going to make a difference in my life. And it starts with me today. And I'm going to just start allowing more pleasure and more fun and more things that light me up come into my life, because I love it. And I'm going to create a life I love. How does that sound? And breathing in that newness and that fresh air and the excitement of what's new that's coming into my life, what new people, what new energy, what new experiences, what new money, all of it. And really leaning back with your desires and just allowing them to come to you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I would love you to like, share, and subscribe. I really loved this one. It was great. I love you guys, and have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.